Welcome to this explainer. Look, today we're going to completely flip the script on what you think you know about modern cyber threats. Because honestly, your absolute biggest security risk right now isn't some super complex, shady malware cooked up on the dark web. Not even close. It's actually the everyday, built-in tools you already trust. Okay, let's just get right into it. See, Hollywood and outdated security training have kind of hardwired us to think an attack looks like, massive malware deployments and giant flashing red warning screens. But an actual, highly sophisticated modern attack, it literally looks like your IT team just doing their normal jobs. The most dangerous activity in your network today actually looks exactly like routine IT administration, not a foreign virus. To put this into perspective, Bitdefender just did this massive analysis, looking at 700,000 high-severity incidents. 700,000. That is a staggering amount of data. And out of all those critical events, what did they find? They found legitimate tool abuse in 84% of them. 84%. Threat actors are fundamentally changing the game. They aren't trying to break down the front door anymore. They're literally just picking up your own keys and walking right in.
So, the cybersecurity industry actually has a name for this tactic. It's called living off the land. Basically, it's the practice of threat actors using a system's own, built-in, completely trusted utilities to execute their attacks. We're talking about tools like PowerShell, WMIC, NetShell, literally the exact same utilities your own IT team relies on every single day to keep the lights on. Those are now the preferred toolkit for modern threat actors. It's like they're acting as invisible intruders, taking your company's own tools and weaponizing them against you.
And just to really grasp the sheer scale of what we're dealing with here, think about this. A completely clean, totally fresh, out-of-the-box Windows 11 installation ships with 133 unique living-off-the-land binaries. We call these LOLBins for short. And those 133 binaries, they are spread across 987 different instances on the system. That means before you've even installed a single piece of third-party software, before you've even connected to the broader internet, your operating system is already heavily stocked with literally hundreds of potential weapons a threat actor can just hijack. So how does this play out in reality? Well, Bitdefender Labs telemetry data shows that PowerShell, which, by the way, is one of the most powerful administrative tools out there, is active on a staggering 73% of endpoints. 73%! And here is the real kicker. A massive chunk of that activity is actually invoked completely silently by third-party applications. This data definitively proves we are not dealing with a simple malware problem here. No, this is a massive over-entitlement problem. These machines have access to tools they simply do not need. And trust me, you absolutely cannot patch your way out of this. Which brings us to this really stark realization. When most intrusions involve absolutely no malware and adversaries are moving around your network in a matter of minutes, detect and respond is just too slow of a loop. It really is. I mean, if you're sitting around waiting for a malicious signature to pop up on an antivirus scan, you have already lost the battle. The adversaries are using your trusted tools. That means your standard detection alarms simply aren't going to go off. By the time you spot something weird happening, they've already moved laterally across your entire network. Because of this harsh reality, we're actually seeing a massive mechanical shift in the entire cybersecurity industry. Right now, in 2024, preemptive cybersecurity makes up less than 5% of IT security spending. But Gartner projects that by 2030, that number is going to skyrocket all the way up to 50%. Furthermore, they're projecting that 60% of large enterprises will adopt dynamic attack surface reduction technologies by 2030, which is up from practically nothing today. You literally have to actively remove the moves attackers can make in the first place. Okay, so let's move into section 2, the 45-day playbook for dynamic attack surface reduction. So the million-dollar question, what do you actually do about this right now? Well, Bitdefender has put together this really smart 4-step playbook powered by something called Gravity Zone PHSR, which stands for Proactive Hardening and Attack Surface Reduction. Step 1 is kickoff and behavioral learning, where PHSR spends about 30 days just quietly building behavioral profiles for every single machine and user pair. Then step 2 is the attack surface dashboard review, which gives you a clear exposure score and a prioritized list of findings mapped directly to your users. Step 3 is an optional reduction sprint. This is where you can manually apply controls or just let autopilot enforce them for you. And finally, step 4 is the reduction review, which quantifies exactly how much of your attack surface you've successfully shrunk. And honestly, the real-world impact of this is just incredible. On average, early customers were seeing 30% reductions in the very first 30 days. But one specific early access customer, they locked down the remote tools and those living off the land binaries we talked about, and they shrank their total attack surface by an astonishing 70%. 70%. And the absolute most crucial detail here, they pulled this off without the massive investigation overhead that normally completely bogs down IT teams, and they did it entirely without disrupting their end users.
All right, bringing us to section 3, the payoff, and what this actually means for your human defenders. At the end of the day, any new technology is really only as good as the actual relief it provides to your team, right? So for the CISO, the big payoff here is a totally defensible, board-ready exposure number that actively moves week over week, and it's completely mapped to the actual behaviors attackers use. For business leaders, it gives you documented, ongoing surface reduction, which, frankly, is exactly what regulators, auditors, and cyber insurers are increasingly demanding right now. But for the SOC and the IT admins, this brilliantly translates to up to 50% less investigation workload. Just think about that. Think about how much time you save when entire classes of suspicious behaviors just don't even happen anymore, all because the underlying tools have been safely restricted. Look, the main takeaway I really want you to get from this entire explainer is this. The absolute fastest way to shorten the attacker's list of moves is to simply look at it. It's a hard, unavoidable truth, but compromises are gonna happen. Phishing works. Passwords get stolen. It happens. But whether a simple localized compromise actually snowballs into a full-blown catastrophic network breach, that depends almost entirely on what an attacker can reach once they're already inside. If you take away their tools, you literally take away their ability to cause damage. So I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Your attackers already know exactly what tools you trust. They're mapping your environment right this second, figuring out which of your very own utilities they can weaponize. But do you? I strongly challenge you to map out those internal risks before the attackers do. Utilize these dynamic attack surface reduction assessments. See your real attack surface for what it is, and take the advantage back. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay curious, stay secure, and keep those attack surfaces reduced.